Hello! I am Ben Pick, and thank you for joining me in Running to Write, where I give questionable writing advice through running metaphors. Today, I'm going through my time management strategies to write while also maintaining a full-time job. The best weekly word count I have ever achieved while working 40 hours, or slightly above 40-hour work weeks, is 15,000 words. Granted, I could not achieve that 4 weeks in a row, so I always fail the NaNoWriMo challenge of writing 50,000 words in November. For me, that pace is not sustainable, especially for a job that picks up during the last 2 months of the year, and while I'm balancing time with multiple families during the holidays. Here are 5 strategies I've used to write a 100,000 word manuscript in 4 months, while also working 40-hour weeks. Number 1, no interruptions. This is more for interacting with the other people in your life. Work with those you live with so that you're able to set aside a solid amount of uninterrupted writing time. This may be difficult depending on your living situation and whether or not you are allowed to work from home. Now bear in mind that I am not advocating that you write while on the clock, just that when you work from home you get a lot more flexibility in how you're able to schedule your workday. During my writing sessions, I hunker down in the basement, mute my cell phone, close the door, and ask not to be disturbed for a set amount of time. Usually half an hour to an hour, depending on the day. You can post a note on the door saying to only interrupt you if somebody is bleeding or on fire. The most helpful step I've had for getting that uninterrupted time is muting my cell phone and putting my laptop in airplane mode. Now, if I do need to conduct research to look up some specific detail, I can make a note in my writing and come back to it later. I found that a 30-minute uninterrupted and focused writing sprint is more effective for my quality and word counts than a 2-hour writing block where I'm constantly being interrupted by people walking through the room or where I'm distracted by performing research. Number 2, get used to writing at any time. Do you have a few minutes before dinner? Then go ahead and write. Will you be stuck in 2 to 4 hours of traffic if you leave now? Then why not write for 30 minutes to an hour and give that mess a chance to resolve itself so that you aren't stuck on the parking lot that is the dullest toll road? Fun fact, DC drivers and traffic are frequently rated as the worst in America. So we're number 1. We're number 1. I used to know where there was a nice bench outside my work office that I could go to take a long lunch, knowing that I would stay later in the day to avoid the worst of the traffic rush hour and get in a quality writing session. Number 3, be efficient. I wasn't lying in my last point when I said I used to burn an average of 3 hours a day commuting to and from work. Well, I work remotely now, so I get to sleep in for an hour, work out for an hour, and still save time by getting dressed in casual clothes. Emphasis on the casual. It may not seem like I'm saving a lot of time by getting dressed in the first clean shorts and t-shirts I can find versus picking out an explicit business appropriate outfit and then buttoning all those buttons. However, that is a difference of about a minute or so. By combining enough of those gained moments together, you can reshape your day to create a solid block for writing. This is not easy and is similar to changing your running form to improve how your feet hit the ground. It takes mental practice and training to unlearn bad habits. For running, fixing how your feet hit the ground can make you less likely to injure yourself and also improve your speed. Finding inefficiencies can lead to a more healthy lifestyle. Maybe wean yourself off coffee so you don't need to take a Starbucks detour on the way to work. Or you can prep multiple days of lunches on a Sunday so that way you can design more healthy alternatives to help eliminate snacking on junk food throughout the day. By trimming those small unnecessary tasks, you will make your day more efficient and find more time to write. Number 4, 20 minutes. From my experience, 20 minutes is a magic number. It is a bite-sized piece to set aside for a writing sprint and frequently leads to sessions that last for 30 minutes, if not an hour. So budget your day to set aside 20 minutes exclusively for writing. That's not a fast way of writing a novel, yet most people can spare 20 minutes a day. At 30 words per minute, that is well over 200,000 words in a year. Even accounting for bad days or not writing every day, that still should be over 100,000 words, which is more than enough for finishing a full-length novel. And lastly, number 5, cheat. This is my video series and my channel, so I'm ending today with an absolute cheat. Take a staycation. At the end of 2021, I extended a long holiday weekend to include extra days of paid time off. While my friends and family were working, I was in the basement writing for 3 days. In that time, I produced more new material than I had in 6 months. Before then, I was stuck in a writing slump where I wasn't producing as many words as I wanted. I used that staycation as a springboard. Once I went back to work, I wasn't able to produce as much as I had during that time off, yet I adjusted my goals accordingly. The momentum I created during that staycation rekindled my passion for writing and retrained me to write more regularly. As for official vacations, I do not get in good writing sessions during those times. As it takes so much collaboration to get my family to come together, I avoid spending more than one day writing while everyone else is out having fun. Instead, I enjoy that time with my family and friends as we visit new sites, eat new foods, and experience life. Basically, everything I write about in my stories. For my writing quality and word counts, nothing has been better for me in the past several years than the 3 days of my staycation. Those are my 5 tips to writing while working full-time. I am Ben Pick, and thank you for joining me in Writing to Write. If you like today's content, then please press those like and subscribe buttons. It really helps out this channel. If you found today's content helpful, then share this video with your friends. Let me know in those comments what methods you use to write while maintaining a full-time job. I'm asking for a friend. Do you agree with my opinions, or is everything I said wrong? I post my running and writing progress on Instagram and Twitter, so be sure to follow me and join in with your own thoughts. There's also the Writing to Write Facebook group if you'd like to join in on the post-episode conversations. Come back next week for part 2 of the series for more strategies on writing when it's not your full-time job. See you next time. Until then, write when you can, until your passion becomes your livelihood.